So now I was validating all the nodes. So everything is good right now. Warning, I have some warning here, but those warnings are just about the software operating system that installed on all nodes is not equal. It says that. I don't expect this to be equal on all nodes. Some of them may have up to date and some others may have not up to date. So we're good to go to create the cluster manager. You can see everything is success. All this one is success. If you guys have a red icon here, that means the validation is not, the validation failed basically. So you don't have to create the manager, cluster manager, unless you have a green or warning which cannot block you from creating. This cannot block me from creating the cluster manager right now. So basically I'm going to go create, click this one, create the cluster now using the validated nodes, then finish. Okay, next, name of the cluster manager, cluster MGR, and you have to have a network address for this cluster manager, the IP address basically. I have 113 up to 11 from 110 up to 113, so this one will be 114. 114. So this is the IP address of the cluster manager. Next. That's it. The cluster manager created. To disclose the information that I have done is I'm adding those nodes and I'm working on this domain. Now I don't need this one because I just create this for demo to show you guys how to create domain control. And this one is the node 4. I don't need both of them. So I'm going to go remove those two nodes permanently from my disk. On the way, you have to see how to remove a node permanently from disk. Yes. And this one, same way, manage, then delete from disk. Sorry. That's it. This one is done. Finished. Right now, the window level cluster is done. Window level cluster is done. We can add some more roles on it, like this one is my cluster manager name, which I created right now. I can add some more roles here. And you can see name of the cluster manager. The current server host is node 1 while I'm working on node 3, but the host is right now on node 1. Recent cluster events, none. Network, basically the information is here. This uses the witness cluster disk 3, but I don't need to reserve a disk for this one because I have enough nodes to vote each other. So I'm gonna remove the disk and make it available, or you can keep it like that. To change that configuration, right click on the name of the cluster manager, more information, more action, configure cluster quorum setting. I need to change the quorum. Use default quorum configuration, select the quorum witness. I'm going to go ahead, select the quorum witness. Configure a disk witness, add quorum vote. You see the things right here. Configure file, you can choose file. Configure cloud witness. Do not configure a quorum witness because I have enough nodes. I don't need a quorum witness, a disk quorum witness. But for the recommendation is you have to go with the selection of the application. The selection of the application is with the disk majority, but I choose the node majority. So I don't need any disk to be reserved for this one. You can go ahead, choose this. You can see all nodes are configured to have quorum votes. Next. I have successfully configured the quorum setting for the cluster. Finish. So now I don't have any witness disk. Or you can have the quorum disk. Let's go ahead, do that. For more practice, I'm just changing the quorum witness to either way. Even you can choose file shared. Select quorum witness. Configure a disk witness. I'm going to choose the disk. Let's see which disk can be. Those are my disks. So you see guys, this one is node, this one is the two disks which I use to make for data. You can see their size 1 GB, and the second one is this one, both disk G and F. G and F, I mean disk 3 and disk 4 are 1 GB storage, so I need those for the data and TempDB, some other stuff. But for quorum, I can choose this one. This one because it has 256 megabyte, or the first one. I can choose the first one. It has 256. 253 means I just allocate 256, but some of the spaces allocated for reserved for the file names and something with the quorum. So I'm taking disk 2 as quorum witness. Next, then next. Always go with the applications selection. That's the best way to recommend it. Okay, now I'm gonna add some roles. Right now I don't have any role. There is nothing role here. I'm gonna add role, right click on it, configure role. Then next. Okay, I'm gonna select MS DTC, this one. Next, this role is MSDTC. The IP address should be 115 because I have 110, 111, 112, 113, 114. This one is 115. You have to have separate static IP address. Now I'm going to choose disk. This one also need disk. I will go with this one because this one is one of the smallest space allocated for MSDTC and Quorum Drive. I select Quorum Drive. This one is MSDTC. Creating new role. If you guys read this one, it says you are ready to configure high availability for distributed transaction coordinator. You guys have to read more about this. In the latest versions, they don't need this thing. It may take some time to configure. Okay, as you see guys, with all this information, it is created. So next. It may take some time. Okay, it's successfully created. It is telling me some warning here. Maybe the application on node 2 is not up to date. So I'm going to see that later. Finish. It is pending on to become online. Usually it is online. So I have nodes. Node 2 is down. That's why it says it wasn't added on node on the MSTDC, so I have to take it. I have to bring it online. Let me turn it online. I had to remove node 2. Now let me add it on the way. You can have some information how to add node. Checking if there is any available node. The next node 2. Okay, got it. Next. Maybe it may take some time.